Hey, I'm Jeremy Ray from Rock Hill Screen Printing, and I am the owner. Like most people, you have an idea and a thought in your head on how hard it could be to print a t-shirt. When I first got started in the industry, it was just trying to answer that question for a clothing line for me and my son. And we found out that it was really hard to print a t-shirt. You start to get this hunger and this kind of creative thinking going with how to solve the problems that you're running into and how to make the art better, and you start to almost get excited about the whole industry as a whole and the art form of screen printing. I think having a passion and a love for what you're doing is probably the reason why most screen printers tend to just go all in, because they love doing it, right? There's the art form of it, the processes, the actual physical activity of doing screen printing. When we made the decision to move to a Volt press, when we started to get tired, I found myself printing long hours, elbows started getting tired. The decision was easy because I came from the engineering world. So for me, best of the best was anything servo driven. It had nothing to do with what the industry standard was or what everyone else was doing. It was an educated decision based on my knowledge of engineering. So for me, it was a no-brainer when we considered buying a second press, whether or not it would be a Volt. We knew it was going to be a Volt right away. I think the decision was more or less what bells and whistles do we want on it, as opposed to looking at anyone else for a different style of press.
So usually when people come into our shop for the first time, the first thing that they always say is how quiet it is in here. The Anatol VOLT, being an all-electric press, is very quiet as it's running. It's also incredibly easy to learn on, and when you're training new employees, you want them to pick it up as quick as possible, and I feel like that is a huge benefit on the Volt specifically. So I feel like the Anatol VOLT is probably one of the easier machines to use that's out there in terms of automatic screen presses. I feel like it's pretty seamless all the way through. I feel like it sped up our efficiency quite a bit. One of the really cool things about the Volt is the consistency of the prints, the way that the components work together to just achieve, just the same prints over and over and over again without fail. So for other press operators out there, I can't stress enough how much I recommend this machine versus the other on the market right now. If you want to achieve consistent prints, if you want to have a quiet, clean shop, if you want to turn out some high volume without running into all these extra little issues that always come up, the Anatol VOLT is the way to go, and I can't stress that enough. It's been a lifesaver for us.